I'm in Hawaii this week, and I couldn't help noticing something. All of the trails are closed. This little pull-off I'm at right now has 3 trails, and they are all closed. It's normal for trails to close down temporarily for maintenance or if the area has been damaged and needs time to recover, but this is different. These are indefinite closures, seemingly without explanation. I've never seen this anywhere else, so why is it so common here? I knew there had to be an answer out there somewhere, so I hit the trail and I hit the books. I hiked down to this lighthouse this morning. It's the only trail in the area that's not closed, but as it turns out, also closed. This all starts on May 9th, 1999 at Sacred Falls. This used to be one of Oahu's most popular hikes, and then this happened.
Looked up really quickly and an avalanche obviously just came over, started pelting. Everybody just started screaming, running.
There's a lot of hurt people. Some looked like they were pretty bad.
A landslide killed 8 hikers and injured 50 others. First-hand accounts of the landslide and its aftermath are horrifying. The trail was closed and remains off limits to this day, and the families of the victims filed lawsuits against the state. Then something pretty unexpected happened. A judge ruled in their favor, ruling that the state had failed to adequately warn visitors of the hazards of rock falls at the waterfall, and the state had to pay out over $8 million to the victims and their families. That set a very unusual precedent. When it comes to the outdoors, there's usually an assumption of danger. By going hiking, you put your safety at risk. A misplaced step, a strong current, or a natural event could all be hazardous. The unfortunate reality is that people get hurt enjoying the outdoors.
Oh God.
Sometimes lawsuits follow, but they generally don't go anywhere because you can't really blame a city or park for natural events. These things just happen. But with this ruling, that went out the window. It set a precedent that the state of Hawaii could be held liable for accidents on public lands. If someone falls off a cliff or drowns swimming under a waterfall, or if there's another landslide, then the state could be in big trouble. And in some cases they have. In 2006, the state paid out like a $15 million settlement to the families of 2 hikers who died after falling off a cliff on Kauai. That has the state of Hawaii kind of paranoid about liability. So their solution, whenever there's an injury or a complaint or a trail just seems a little too dangerous, they close it down. That way there are fewer people on the trail in the first place, but more importantly, if someone does get hurt, well, they were trespassing, so the state can't be held responsible. I don't want to blame this on the state of Hawaii because there's another important factor. The fact that so many people are hiking here. Over-tourism is a huge issue in Hawaii, with consequences for both the natural environment and the people living here. And it can be argued that these trail closures are one of those consequences. The image of Hawaii is this popular, family-friendly vacation spot. People don't expect to get hurt hiking here, and they don't necessarily research the trails and bring the right gear. With more people and less mutual understanding of the risks, chances of an accident are going to be higher. There's one more twist here. So let's go back to Sacred Falls. I'd assumed that this place was sealed off and hadn't been touched for years, but it's geotagged on Instagram and the closure doesn't really seem to be stopping people. The same goes for plenty of other illegal hikes, like there's one right next to me. I'm looking at the trailhead right now. It's closed off, gated, there are signs saying not to do it. If you read online, it'll say that it's closed, but still you see dozens of people hiking up, posting photos on Instagram as if the closure was never there in the first place. Illegal hiking is commonplace in Hawaii, and there's almost an unspoken rule that you can just ignore the signs and do it anyway. Usually there's not anyone around to issue citations, and there are enough people hiking that your chances of getting one are really slim. Ironically, this is arguably more dangerous because a closed trail usually won't have a ranger presence or consistent trail maintenance. But if you do get hurt here, you were trespassing, so the state not responsible. This whole situation is kind of messy, and I don't want to point fingers at the state, at the tourists, at anyone. But I do think it brings up an interesting question. What should we do about the danger of the outdoors? There are plenty of places where a handful of people can be expected to be injured or even killed each year. So, is access to the outdoors for everyone worth the lives of an unfortunate few? I'll leave that up to you.